Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Bring Them Down. So this is the first video of my indie festival series. If you are following me on Instagram, you know that I've been going to the Indie Lisbon Film Festival, and I've been watching a few films, and I guess the one that I was the most excited about was this one, Bring Them Down. Not only because it's horror, but also because the cast. So yeah, I'm just gonna get ahead of myself, but it stars Barry Keoghan and Christopher Abbott. And yeah, then I realized this is produced, made by Mubi, which also did The Substance. So yeah, needless to say that my expectations were pretty high. So yeah, you'll see at least another video from the festival, but if I end up watching anything else that I really want to talk about, you'll see other videos. But yeah, at least this one and another one, and I guess let's just get to it. So as I said, I went into the film only knowing the cast, and that it was a horror, but this is basically about two families that share this hill, and it's about sheep. So it's really hard to talk about the film and to summarize it because it's all in the way the film is constructed. So I guess, yeah, I already told you who stars in it, so let's just get to my thoughts. As I said, I had really high expectations, and unfortunately those weren't really met. I don't know, this film is that type of film that it always looks really interesting to me, on paper, and the visuals and just the concept looks cool, but then I end up not really liking it as much. It's a really atmospheric film, aka it's a slow burn. So it's a really slow film, and I think that's my main issue with it. It's really slow, and it starts in a way that you don't really understand what's happening and what's the story. So I would actually say to look into the film and just get the basics about the film, just know something, because I don't think it really works going into this one completely blind, because I spent a lot of time just wondering what was the point and what was happening, but then the movie kind of switches and I understood, and I appreciated mainly the structure of the film. The film is basically divided into two sections. I don't want to really talk a lot about it because I think it's interesting to find out the tipping point, when things switch. But yeah, I would say the first half, it's weird and you don't really know what's the point, what is the story. But then the movie changes and you understand what's going on. This was also categorized as one of the most extreme disturbing horror films of this year, and I can see why, but it didn't affect me as much. Maybe it's just not the type of horror that affects me. But yeah, I can see this being a sensitive issue for a lot of people. So maybe look up trigger warnings, because yeah, it's something that could be too much for some people. It is pretty shocking at times, the horror. There's not a lot of horror and not a lot of disturbing moments, but yeah, the concept of it and one particular thing that happens in the film, it's pretty shocking, and They don't show everything, but it's enough. And yeah, I like the film, but not as much as I wanted to like it. And I would say, if not for that thing, I would probably forget the film. In terms of like visuals, I liked most of it. It takes place in Ireland, so like the landscapes are all so beautiful, everything's so green, so it's pretty. But there are a lot of night shots as well, and I couldn't really see a lot of what was happening. And I watched it in a theater, so everything was really dark. I don't know if this would work like watching it at home. You would have to have like a really good setting, so really dark, in order to like just, yeah, immerse yourself. And also because this is a slow burn, yeah, you can't really be that tired to watch this one. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So let's just get my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah, I just wanted more out of this one. It has some really good, like interesting things, but not enough to make me like really love the film. Yeah, as I said, it's one of those that looks like something that I will like, but ends up being something that it's not really my vibe. And at this point, I already know those type of films. I get really excited when I watch trailers, but then usually they don't deliver. So yeah, like I already know that when I get really excited about a trailer that looks like this, I will probably not enjoy the movie as much. But that's something, it's unfortunate, but it's good that I can't already tell what's going to be my thing. So yeah, this one, I can see a lot of people liking it, but it's just not really my vibe. Cinematography, I think I'm also gonna give it a 3 out of 5, mainly because of those night shots. So everything looks really beautiful, but the night shots were too dark. And yeah, not really, I couldn't really tell what was happening. And originality, I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5, just because I haven't really seen this subject matter, and I don't know, these two families and this type of interaction, and I don't know, this situation, it's very specific. So yeah, I think it is original, even though it feels familiar, but at the same time I can't really remember a movie that is similar to this one. So yeah, these are my thoughts on Bring Them Down. Unfortunately, not as good as I wanted it to be. But yeah, if you have seen the film already, tell me in the comments what you thought. I haven't really heard or seen anyone talk about this film. And as far as I know, it is out. It has been out for like a couple of months in the US and in the UK. But I don't know, no one's really talking about it. So if you have seen the film, please tell me what you thought. And if you haven't, let me know if this is the first time you're hearing about it, and if you are curious about, if you are a fan of like Barry Keoghan or Christopher Abbott. I think Christopher Abbott is really good in the film. Barry as well, but I think the focus is more on Christopher Abbott. So yeah, let me know everything in the comments. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!